Indy PopCon 2024. We've got 3 Ghostbusters here at our Edge Media Studios podcast playground is what we're calling it. So trying to have some fun with it.
It's cheerful.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
If only we had a podcast.
Unfortunately, you guys have a tough job, so it's not nearly as cheerful as it sounds. I mean, what is it like hunting ghosts?
Well, it depends on the job.
Yeah?
That's true. Some of them are real easy, some of them are real gross.
Now, I've seen a couple of the documentaries, right, of Ghostbusters, and I've seen some really nasty stuff that was happening. What have been your experiences, at least at PopCon 24?
Well, you know, they give us booth space here because before the show starts, we come in and we clear the place out. It's got a year's worth of weird stuff that's come in, all the different shows. There's some kind of lingering spirit from,
I've seen a few things that are still lingering around me. So, I mean, you do your job, and it's like roaches. They keep on coming back, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely, yes.
Fortunately, new people die every day.
That's true.
That's not really funny at all.
Well, if you head over to our booth, we've got a guy following people around with one of the remote control traps, just in case, because you never know, and he wants to be right there on it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, better to be proactive about these kinds of things.
All right, so tell me about this Ghostbusters unit here in Indiana. Is this Indiana, or are you larger than this?
So we are the Circle City Ghostbusters, and we're Indy specific, but we'll go all around the state if we need to.
I've seen your cars. One of your cars around here.
Yeah, well, one of our cars is parked over there.
Oh, cool.
So.
We got to check that out. So give me your names and how long have you been with the Circle City Ghostbusters? Go ahead.
I'm Jacob Bartlett. I've been with the Circle City Ghostbusters for 8 years, and I am the group's current president.
Fantastic.
I'm Larry Crye. I have been with the group for also about 8 years, and I am a grunt.
Chris McFadden, been with the group for about 6 months officially.
Oh, wow.
But definitely saw the Ghostbusters everywhere prior to that. And I am a containment specialist.
What does that entail?
So containment specialist, so when we're out on a job, it's my responsibility to notice that perfect little spot. When the entity will weaken a little bit, there's a sweet spot there.
Got it.
Hit that trap and nail it. Otherwise, it can't
You're on the
fight free.
trigger,
We got to start over from the beginning.
Gotcha,
We got to retrap it, weaken it just the right amount.
That's awesome. So how long has the Circle City Ghostbusters been around as an organization?
We are celebrating our 10th year this year. We started
year?
in 2014.
Oh, fantastic. Fantastic. All right, I got to ask, because I'm seeing them right here.
Uh-huh.
All right. Small throwback, I actually built some packs a long time ago for my scout troop, right? And I was trying to reconstruct what they were doing, but this literally is not the next level. This is the level. How long does it take to build a trap like this?
Well, I mean,
not a trap, I'm sorry, it's a pack.
Getting the nuclear materials is tough. We usually trade pinball parts for them to terrorists. But wait,
I get that
on the record? Can you strike that? Is this live?
Can we edit that out?
Can we edit that out?
Okay.
Yeah, take it out in post.
No worries.
But, my first one, it took me about 3 years to build.
Wow.
This one, it's kind of a work in progress. I've been working on this one for about a year, so.
So how many packs do you have?
We're not at liberty to say. And if any government agency is watching, you don't get to know either, especially the EPA.
We have licenses for how many of them? Like, at least. Never mind.
Don't bring up the licenses.
Really, no. They're all unlicensed.
Never mind.
Nuclear power, nuclear accelerators. But how long did this one take?
Now this one is standard issue from the home office. So on this one, I have not begun yet to modify it to my specifications.
Gotcha.
So anytime the equipment comes from the home office, from New York, standard issue, you do have, your opportunities to customize it to your liking.
She means it's the training pack.
It is
the training pack. Oh, shots fired.
Yeah, I'll remember that. Yeah.
I mean,
these are awesome.
It is.
These are.
This is why the bathroom is your office.
The bathroom was my office.
It's going to be again.
I got promoted out of that bathroom.
So how many events do you usually attend throughout a year in Circle City Ghostbusters?
It's gone up a lot recently.
Yeah.
So we're doing this weekend. We've got free comic book day next weekend at a comic book store where we're raising money. When we're not working, we're raising money at events, and I'd say we do at least 1 or 2 a month on average, but then October comes around and we're
you're maxed out
5 times a week.
Have you noticed the number of events that you're actually attending are going up and up and up? Is that correlative to some sort of spiritual activity here in Indy?
It fluctuates.
It could. I'd have to check our numbers and our charts. So unfortunately, a lot of the readings recently were off the charts, and I had to make new charts. So
keep on drawing all the way over.
It's just Excel. It's Microsoft Excel.
I got to upgrade it.
Such a cool organization. Do you do any type of fundraising for charity or anything like that?
That is what we're doing here this weekend.
Unpack it for me.
I appreciate that.
Sorry.
Puns.
Dad
Good segue. We're raising money for the Dayspring Center, which is a homeless shelter here in Indianapolis that takes in families specifically and helps them get back on their feet. And they also do a summer camp for kids whose families are struggling.
Fantastic. Any other charities that you actually are working with?
We work with the Children's Museum of Indianapolis a lot. That's one of my favorites. And Larry, you want to talk about how much you won for one of them?
So back when COVID was in full swing and everything got shut down, there was no real way to do these sorts of events to make money for charities. So one of the other franchises, one of our sister franchise in Chicago, one of the guys there, his name's Bob Anderson, he put on this charity trivia contest and had one representative from like 20 different groups.
I think it ended up being like 50 different franchises.
It was a lot of different franchises around the country to all zoom in and do this charity trivia thing. And I ended up winning, and it was at least $2,000 for the Indiana Youth Group.
That's awesome.
Which was great because there was not a lot of events we could do that year, so it made up for it. And all I had to do was remember things.
What are some other ones, Chris? What's the charity that we raise for that you like the most?
Oh, the ASPCA.
Yeah.
The Puppies and Kitties.
Oh,
absolutely,
fantastic.
Yeah, those are my favorite ones to do.
So how does a charity that wants to do something unique, how do they get a hold of you?
Through our website is the easiest way to email us. So just go to ccghostbusters.com.
Cool.
And that's got our contact information on there, or they can reach out through social media.
Fantastic.
Facebook, Twitter.
Do we have a MySpace?
We should have a MySpace.
It's coming back, actually.
I've never heard of Twitter. What's that?
It's coming back.
It's called something else now. I forget.
X won't give to you.
Yeah. We need a Friendster.
We have a LinkedIn.
Friendster. How many people are actually in members of this group, the Circle City Ghostbusters?
42, I think. 42 or 43.
Somewhere around.
We're going to be adding more numbers to our ranks this weekend, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's fresh blood.
Oh yeah, absolutely. What other units are there around outside of Indianapolis in the state of Indiana? Can you give some shout
in Indiana, there is the Southern Indiana Ghostbusters, and they're on the south tip of the state.
Sure.
And other than that, I know the Windy City Ghostbusters out of Chicago do a lot in Northwest Indiana, but we're kind of the only game that really does a lot here in Indy, or in Indiana.
All right, give me a favorite story. You all have been in at least 6 months, but what have you experienced that is just a fantastic story that you'd love to share with the audience?
You want to go first?
Go for it.
No, I don't really have a specific story necessarily, but my favorite
anecdote.
Ooh, let's see. Oh, trying to do an interview for a recent documentary we were asked to participate in.
Oh, cool.
And my brother is vice president of the Circle City Ghostbusters. Call came in. He had to interrupt my interview, which the film guys thought was pretty rude. And
it's true. It's on video.
That's on YouTube. You can go watch it. We have a YouTube channel.
But you had to have said, like, Ghostbusters, what do you want? No?
Nah,
Didn't work like that?
I go immediately into action. So, he came on camera and I thought he wanted to fight, so put my dukes up. But turns out it was just a job.
Anecdote, funny story?
Funny story.
Great experience?
Oh, gosh. I don't want to say the Ernie one, because that's
I'll do that one.
Yeah, you can do that one. He'll tell you the Ernie one. That's a good one. For me personally, there was a year that we went to an event and it was just the worst weather possible. And several of us stuck it out the entire day. And it was probably the most difficult thing we've ever done as a group, to be out there in the elements trying to do what we do. And just the weather's just fighting you every step of the way.
Right.
And it wasn't like a really rewarding experience, but to know that we made it through that it gave us fuel to do even better the next time.
Cool.
I guess is what I'm trying to say. We've done events where the weather has just not cooperated, and to be able to have all these people come out and fight through it and not cave in and want to leave it's always a good feeling.
Okay. Kind of test the metal there, right?
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Go ahead.
Oh, I got a lot because I've been doing this for so long. You know, he and I went to the premiere of Ghostbusters Afterlife in New York City, which was amazing. And
wow.
I mean, inches away from Bill Murray. You know, breathing the same air as Paul Rudd. How do you top that?
Wow.
I went to the Frozen Empire premiere last month.
Yeah.
But easily the best thing was, at one point Ernie Hudson was in town for a convention, and he wanted to do something to, you know, for the community that he was coming to, and we got in contact with him and ended up visiting the homeless shelter that we're raising money for today, the Dayspring Center.
Cool.
During their summer camp for kids, which was called Camp Discovery. He came and talked to the kids and took photos and signed autographs. It was
all suited up, right?
No, he wasn't.
Oh,
we were running a slime lab and
That-
doing some
that
other
would've been
stuff
awesome.
for him.
All
But
right.
it was fantastic. And my favorite moment of that was some kid asked him a question. He goes, "Were you in the Ghostbusters movies?" And just cool as a cucumber, Ernie Hudson goes, "I was in all of the Ghostbusters movies." So that was a great time, and he couldn't have been nicer and classier. And he donated to our fundraiser that we were doing at the convention that week, and then he went back to LA and told Ivan Reitman about it, and Ivan Reitman donated to it, and
Awesome.
so it was incredible.
All right, well, last question for you guys here. What would you say for individuals that are interested in possibly joining the posse here? Words of advice. Larry.
Just do it. I mean, you only live once.
Unfortunately, no, I don't believe that's the case, because you wouldn't have a job if we only lived once, right?
Well, living and not living.
They're not. I wouldn't call them alive.
Yeah, not quite living.
That's kind of the whole thing, is that they're not.
Okay,
but
fine.
If we trapped living people, I'm pretty sure they'd throw us in jail.
I don't think that our equipment works that way.
We can find
We
out.
could test it.
All
You
right,
wanna
so
test it
we're
on
going
Larry?
to finish the interview now. Any words of wisdom for people that want to join?
Definitely do it. If you love, you know, helping people, if you love talking to people, if you care about your community, absolutely join.
Fantastic.
We've got all our contact on the website and on the social media, so let us know.
I mean, you can echo that sentiment, but you know, at the end of the day, if you're gonna wear this kind of stuff and be a hero, you may as well act like one. So join
like
up
that.
with us. We love having as many people as we can, and you know, if this is something you want to do and you want to give back to your community, I don't think there's any more fun way to do it. So
There's no downside on this whatsoever. Fantastic. Well, the gear is too cool, and the car's over there, so we got to go check that out. Any final words for your audience?
I think just give us a call if you need us at 317-983-2368. We're ready to believe you.
Fantastic. What's the website, Facebook?
The website is ccghostbusters.com.
Cool.
And Facebook, just look up Circle City Ghostbusters. We're the only ones with that name.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Hey, thank you for having us.
More than welcome. More than welcome. Too cool. Very jealous of this as well. It doesn't hold up to my packs that I made. Thanks, guys. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Hey, no problem.
Absolutely.
Thanks for having us on.